This is King Joseph Jamal Williams. The record is officially open, and today we take the long walk, a 10-minute deep dive into the code. I am the hat of all hats, the central protagonist and founding visionary of the KINGSMAN universe. But to understand the crown, you must understand the man. My archetype is the burdened king, a man trying to build a code of honor while carrying trauma, memory, and the pressure of becoming what he teaches. The story begins in uniform. My military history is the foundation of the King Joseph persona. Discipline was the first language I learned to speak. It started with the drum and bugle corps. Precision, timing, breathing. Every note was a lesson in accountability to the unit and the sound. Then came the 126th Air Refueling Wing. High altitude operations where focus meant survival. I wasn't just there to serve, I was there to lead. As a chaplain leader, I carried the spiritual weight of the unit. I learned how to hold space for others' pain while maintaining the mission's integrity. And as a marksman, I learned the power of the single point of focus, pattern recognition, silence, the ability to see the target through the noise. My time with JAG taught me that truth is evidence-based. Truth must be handled with dignity. It was here the JMIE system began its design. In those halls of justice, I saw the need for a code that wasn't just about punishment, but about a practical moral language for the business of life. I identify as a Black Tony Stark, a builder, a visionary who sees the systems, the tech, and the architecture of a new world before it exists. My work is to architect legacy, to build the Church of Business Ethics as a scalable, technical structure that can hold the weight of human behavior. And I am a Black Jason Bourne. I know the field. I know the cost of the trade. I am a man of tactical reality, operating under a covenant of service. I see the patterns others miss. I am observant, mission-driven, and carry a command presence born from lived experience, not performance. A king must be human. I smoke cigars as part of my social and reflective rhythm. It is a ritual of composure in the middle of a high-pressure mission. I insist that the truth be handled with dignity, even when it's uncomfortable, especially when it's uncomfortable. The record doesn't lie. I carry the shadow of a history as a functioning alcoholic. It's not a decorative trait, it's part of the burden. It's the reason I value self-command above all else. I use marijuana today in a coping capacity. These details aren't for glamour, they are for accountability. The king is never above the record he sets for others. Leadership means being judged by the same standard I expect from everyone else. If I can't judge myself fairly, I can't lead the mission. My visual identity is a sovereign silhouette. The fedora isn't just a hat, it's an office. It's a visible code, a covenant of service to the people. Tailored outerwear, blue and gold accents, the language of dignity, intelligence, and spiritual command. I look like a man carrying responsibility. I speak of the blue people. It's a philosophy of shared depth, a way to see the spiritual and social patterns that connect us all. System sight is how I recognize the technical and social challenges of our era. It's about organizing the world into truth, structure, and legacy. The Tree of Life, created by Jamie and Chantel, is our governing source. Its blue leaves represent thought and order. Its gold represents calling. I cry when deeply moved. Sacred tears. It's not weakness. It's one of my spiritual gifts. It's how I recognize when the truth is finally broken through. July 27, 2026. Crying event 001. A piece of the mission became real. I sat and I cried for a little buddy. A spiritual release under recognition. Every move is a consequence. Every pattern is a lesson. This is how we build the Church of Business Ethics, one patient, moral move at a time. We are building a code of honor, a system that can hold people accountable without stripping them of humanity, a practical, moral language. I am the witness and the author. My testimony is a record for the Kingsman legacy. Truth to order, to service, to structure, to legacy. Can the founder judge himself fairly? How does a man carry kingship without becoming cruel? These are the questions that drive the living record. This is version 002 of the Sovereign Record. The mission is active. The standard is set. I am King Joseph Williams, and the record is officially open. We proceed with dignity. We turn pain into structure. We build for the legacy of the Kingsman. Truth and order. now and forever. Let's talk about Jammy. The first pillar is justice. Not the vengeance of the field, but the moral alignment of our actions with the truth. Justice requires evidence. It requires we look at the case file of our lives and decide where we have stood for the code and where we have fallen. Accountability is the second pillar. It is the visible code, the willingness to be seen, to be judged, and to be held to the standard we preach. We are accountable to the mission and to each other. In the Kingsman universe, accountability is the currency of honor. It is how we earn our rank. The mission is our governing purpose. It is the blueprint of the Church of Business Ethics. It is the work of turning pain into scalable structure. Our mission is building a practical moral language, a way for humanity to operate with integrity in a complex, technical world. We architect the future. Integrity is the bedrock. It is the alignment of the man and the mission. It is the reason the record must remain open and the truth handled with dignity. Integrity means the code works even when no one is watching. It means the king's shadow is as straight as his silhouette. It is the strength of the soul. Ethics is the practice. It is the Church of Business Ethics in action. The application of our code to every alliance, invitation, and strategy. Our ethics are our alliances. We choose partners who respect the record. We extend invitations to those who are ready for the burden of kingship. I extend an invitation to the builders, the writers, and the strategists, to those who want to be part of a narrative that values truth over performance. We are building a network of blue people, a spiritual organization that operates with the precision of a military unit and the soul of a community. The standards are high. We proof the truth. We maintain the record. We turn personal pain into a system that genuinely helps others. Are you ready? Entry into the Kingsman universe requires more than an invitation. It requires a commitment to the code, to the hat of all hats, and the sovereign record. I recognize the social patterns of our era, the fragmentation, the loss of honor, the need for a structure that can hold the weight of our complexity. Systems Sight allows us to see through the noise, to identify the builders and the survivors, to organize our world into a coherent moral language. And I recognize the technical challenges. How to build systems that are as scalable as they are ethical. How to use technology to architect a better legacy. Our technical architecture is a reflection of our moral code. Efficient, transparent, and grounded in the record. This is the blueprint of a king. Sacred tears are the ultimate recognition. They come when the spirit sees the truth, when the mission finally matches the internal weight of the man. In that moment of crying, there is release. There is gratitude. There is the knowledge that the case is closed and the record is officially settled. These tears are not weakness. They are a sign of command, a sign that the king is present in the spirit, the memory, and the mission all at once. This is the Kingsman legacy, a living record that will stand long after the case file is closed, a testament to truth, order, and honor. I am King Joseph Jamal Williams, the hat of all hats. My mission is active. My record is open. We proceed with dignity and the code of honor. Truth to order, to service, to structure, to legacy. This is the Kingsman way, now and forever. We are officially on the record.